Hey, Adam, you are looking at your new predictions champion. That's right. On your first defense, you dropped the belt back to me. And by the way, I know I've already told this to you because you had to go off to Maine to get. And you thought that was more important than the wrestling
Wow.
podcast.
Okay.
But
I didn't think
I
you
know
were
you
going to
lied
go
to me.
there.
yeah, I know you. I didn't tell you. I did that on purpose.
Wow. Okay.
But I know you lied to me about sending me that belt on VA Pigeon because I can see it on your fucking wall there.
All right. I'm just going to go ahead. The audience doesn't get to be part of this, but I'm just going to move the camera just a little bit. Yep. And there we go. Tim, I have no idea what you're talking about. I sent it out by courier. It should be arriving shortly. I don't know what the holdup could be. I have nope, not at all.
Yeah, I can see it's still there just because I can't see it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Roll the music. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim. And Adam, I gotta say, that's a slick new intro you have there.
It's basically the exact same intro we've had every episode.
Dude, I was talking about the goddamn animation I made for us.
Oh yeah,
Fuck, you
that
blew
too.
it.
Yeah, that's real slick.
fucker, you.
It's awesome.
Yeah, fucking blew it. You fucking blew it.
I did.
Why do I let you run this play?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We did take off last week because Adam had to get.
I'm gonna edit that. I'm gonna.
I know.
I was out getting something, and
because Adam had to make a special trip.
yeah. Thanks, dude. Thanks.
Um,
I don't know who
that was more
listens to
important.
this, so
But so we took last week off. Well, we figured out that we do have to actually take off about 15, 18 days over the next several years so we can do our 420th episode on 420.
yeah, exactly, and it would work out perfectly. So that was one of the breaks that we'll be randomly taking over the next 5 years, because that's how long it's going to take us to get to episode 420.
Exactly.
Wow.
So we can do it on 420.
Yeah, exactly.
Of that year. So that was just one of them. So in the past, in that we did not get a chance to talk about Clash of Champions, the exciting, awesome pay-per-view that none of us watched.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Borderlands 3 came out on Friday. I was a little busy all that weekend.
I don't have the network anymore, so I can't watch it anyway.
Exactly. So you know, I'm sorry, everybody. We let you down. And honestly, from all the reaction videos I saw from it from Monday for the rest of the week, really was like, so some things happened. Mm-hmm. nothing stood out too much overall. It wasn't until
From what I was told, basically everything in the beginning of the show sucked, and everything in the last 2 or 3 things of the card weren't bad.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But it was
congratulations to Seth Rollins to walk in to a crowd booing him and walk out to a crowd cheering him.
Oh, that happened again?
Yes.
Because that happened at SummerSlam.
Yeah. And
I wonder why.
I'm going to be honest.
I wonder why people are booing him.
Because he's kind of a jackass.
Yeah.
But every time he gets in the ring, he shows why he's in the position that he's in. It's because he's damn good in the ring.
Yeah.
But if we could only figure out a way to incorporate Seth Rollins as a person and Seth Rollins the character, it would be a whole lot better. Like, if we could actually get the jackass that we see on Twitter and starts feuds and really kind of makes an ass out of himself, if we could see that person in cutting a promo, it would be great.
Yeah.
I think it actually, you would find finally the new almost heel character that WWE has been needing for so long.
I think eventually we're going to see Seth turn heel.
Oh, yeah.
Once he takes the Universal Championship off him. Once some time has passed, I think
The
probably within the next year or
Intercontinental
so.
Championship?
I mean, the Universal Championship.
All right, cool.
The Intercontinental Championship means more than the Universal title.
That's only because the Universal Championship was missing for almost 2 years.
Yeah. And it's a new championship. You don't take it off TV if you're trying to make it feel important.
No.
Of all the belts, and this is saying something, because the 24 Championship has had more airtime since its creation than the Universal title has over the last since its creation.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the Universal Championship is the lowest quality belt in WWE.
Yes.
Below the 24 Championship. Below the Women's Tag Team Championship.
I know.
So, but yeah, but we'll see. So we're actually going to go through the Clash of Champions really quickly first because, and then get to our news.
Yeah,
because we didn't watch it. We're just going to go through what we know, we've heard about stuff, and then
And also my knowledge on most of that. I didn't even look up the results before getting on the air today. That's how much I really cared about Clash of Champions this year.
Yeah.
Because we have, in a week, Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
a week from this Sunday, and we have a bunch of more hyped up shows than the pay-per-view next week.
Yeah.
So I wonder how important Hell in a Cell is going to be.
It,
They're gonna have to start making their pay-per-views mean something with
Exactly.
AEW on the approach. But so first off, we're gonna actually talk about the pre-show. We had one of our questions was what show, what title match will be on the pre-show outside of the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah.
We knew it was gonna end up on the pre-show. We just knew it.
yeah.
And what did we get? We're right. The Cruiserweight Championship was on the pre-show.
Exactly.
I can say I was the closest to getting this right out of us. You picked the Women's Tag Team Championship. Nice picture
I
of my
did.
belt.
It's a fair assumption.
Yep, and that was actually if it wasn't for two blondes in the ring in that matchup, it probably would have ended up on the pre-show.
Exactly.
I had the Intercontinental Championship. It was the United States Championship that ended up on the pre-show.
So close. So close.
Which was ironic because it's AJ Styles who is on it and Cedric Alexander. And
It's because there was a cruiserweight involved.
well, from what we understand now is that Paul Heyman had a long-term push for Cedric Alexander plan.
Oh, I know.
Vince has stepped in and squashed that. As the rumor is saying he has said backstage, buried the hell out of him.
Yeah. I know, but
So-
the weird part is this week he came back out and didn't get buried.
I know. So, and he has a United States Championship matchup on Monday, actually.
Right.
Hey, we did. What do you know? We got some of our news, our only WWE news. Really? I don't know why already.
All right. Well, that was
We do have a
fun.
little bit of news. We have a little bit. We have everything else. We're starting everything else, but not WWE
Right.
in the news. But anyway, so from what I heard, this was an okay match. Actually, no, it was an okay match. It was a squash match.
Yes.
You got it started off fast. You're like, oh wow, this is starting off fast. AJ got a Styles Clash quickly on the outside, rolled him in, hit another one, beat him up, and then pinned him. To basically make it clear, no, he's not going anywhere.
Nope.
Vince, you do realize you have competition now in AEW, and you may not want to piss off your workers because you don't want to be seen as people want to leave. By burying people like this, you're going to do that, and when their contracts are up, they're not going to sign because they can get those good deals from AEW now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So you may not want to piss people off, but So I don't know about the cruiserweight title match. I didn't really hear anything. It's a cruiserweight title match. No one really cared. And so the opening, I don't even know what the opening match of the night was. If I can, oh yes, I do. It was, I believe it was Becky versus Charlotte.
Oh.
Becky versus Sasha.
Okay.
I have no clue. I have it based on our thing. I didn't bring it up on the.
Oh,
there.
for crying
So I
out
don't know.
loud.
Don't bring it up. We'll just go through the matches. From what I heard, that matchup was actually pretty good. The finish was done well. It was a little weird. That the ending was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
That people didn't like.
Yeah, I heard that.
Becky gets disqualified for a chair shot to the ref on accident.
But the announcement
And they
wasn't
just
made
brawl.
for quite some time.
Yeah, they actually brawled and then they found out that she was disqualified. By the time they got back in the ring, it was just like, okay. So they basically did this to extend the feud and not have an obvious title change. But Sasha better win it at Hell in a Cell. So we'll see.
It's one of like from what I saw about that. Okay, there we go. I have it officially up. That match,
Okay.
if they had over the loudspeakers as they started to brawl, because that's
Yep.
the time that they called it. Like as
Yeah.
they were leaving the ring to continue their brawl.
Yep.
If they had announced it, like rang the bell and announced that Becky was disqualified, it would have been much better, and it would have fans would have just been like, "Oh, okay, so this is just a continuation brawl. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
That's cool." Because it became this brawl, and then people were just like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Like,
when
it just ended?
They announced that it was announced because they didn't. If you were live, they didn't announce that she was disqualified.
No.
It was over commentary.
Yeah.
They said she was disqualified. So it's one of those things where you need to tell people this. If they rang the bell and announced it, it would have added more intensity to the brawl.
Yes.
And the fans would have had, while they would have been not happy about the disqualification finish, the brawl would have satisfied that.
Exactly.
So that was actually one of the better matches. The women's tag team matchup was, from what I told, but because there were two blondes involved, it got to be on the main pay-per-view.
Well, yes, of course it did.
If you want Vince to care about the women's tag titles, you got to put them blondes in there.
I mean, at the same time, though, the team of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross has actually been very good.
Oh yeah, they definitely need to decide if Alexa's a heel or a face. Stop.
Yeah, that's still clearly up in the air, but
Stop trying to do this. She's a heel one day, and the next day she's a baby face type thing.
she's a heel
Pick
on one show and a face on the other.
No, she can. If you're going to go that in betweener, you don't do it every other day.
No.
No, you have to. You can be a heel for a little bit, then she's like has more of a face. Like you make it very clear she's both.
Right.
They haven't done that, so stop doing that. For that, what was the first? Okay, what was the opening matchup?
No. Keep going on that list, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just stay on that one.
We're doing that one. We got. Let's see. I know the opening show matchup now. Because at the top of the card, but it's not. It was the Raw Tag Team titles.
Yes.
Opened the show. As predicted, for me, Rude and Dolph won the titles.
Rudolph. It's Team Rudolph.
Interesting note. Goldberg and Dolph had a fight over the weekend at a porn star's birthday party.
Yeah. You know what?
So,
That is the most rock star thing ever.
and also the funny thing is there are other women's wrestlers like Dana Brooke and I can't remember who else was there. Part of the birthday party as well, so that's funny.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we got that. New titles change there.
Yeah. Who ate the pin though?
It was Seth by
Seth.
miscommunication by Strowman hitting him or something like with a clothesline or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. But he took the pinfall. Of course, was set up for him winning later in the night. Spoilers. He retained.
What? Why would you do that to me? Okay.
I don't know. It's not like you could watch TV or anything and find out he retained or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. The New Day lost the titles to the Revival. One of the two I got wrong of the night.
Yep. So
You did get that one right.
okay, I don't know if you know this, man. Interesting thing going on with the Revival right now. They actually haven't signed any contracts yet.
Oh, I know. They're just trying to do whatever they can to make them trying to make them happy, so they'll sign, so they can then job them out again, like they did.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So they became the the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, though they are technically a Raw talent.
Yeah, they're clearly going to be drafted over to SmackDown.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was that. I believe it was that night. But they actually were wearing Randy Orton-inspired type gear for their kind of stable, and Randy Orton did not return the favor later in the night.
Of course not.
So they retained. Shinsuke Nakamura retained the Intercontinental Championship, as I did predict. They were saying on commentary, though, if Miz won, he would tie the most reigns in WWE history. But they absolutely forgot to say who the actual person who holds that. I wonder why.
I have no idea why that would be. Might it be a gentleman who enjoys a bit of the bubbly?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's because he had that former Intercontinental Champion had a little too much of the bubbly.
Bubbly. Thank you, Chris Jericho, for giving us the bubbly.
Yes. So he retained there. Oh, by the way, congrats to The Miz, who had his second daughter born this weekend.
Congrats, dude. Congrats.
I do feel sorry for Zack Ryder, who found out through Twitter, not through The Miz. And his actual tweet was like, finding my best friend's daughter was born through Twitter.
Yep, I did see that.
Hate to tell you that, Zach. I think you're a little too much friends. You think there's a bigger friendship than there actually is. I'm sorry to tell you this.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's see who else was on there. We already covered that. Bayley and Charlotte had a very short matchup with Bayley winning, but actually throwing Charlotte into the exposed turnbuckle and rolling her up really quickly and then getting out of there, which solidified her heel turn. But something had to take a quick matchup to make room for time for more important matches. Because we all know how much WWE cares about the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yeah, they got 3 minutes and 45 seconds from bell to bell.
Not just, but I mean, it worked for her heel turn, and that's the thing I really care about. That she retained, but also the win came to support her heel. But we all know they really do care about it. It's not like they purposely put someone in front of the championship for an advertised match next week that completely blocks the title.
Yeah, I know.
Becky Lynch to have to come on awesome Twitter.
Oh, by the way,
more on that later.
Yeah, Becky Lynch's response to that picture is fire.
Hold up, we'll tease that. We'll hold up.
All right,
we'll get to that. But so that was another routine that we both had. I believe, and thankfully, the rumors were wrong on this one. That Roman Reigns was going to main event the pay-per-view.
Almost, but I don't care where it fell on the card as long as it didn't main event, because that's ridiculous. The only non-title matchup headlining the pay-per-view that is focused on championships. No.
it just goes to show it'd be like you're back to pushing Roman down our throats. He's getting booed.
Yep.
And so what it would have done. And surprisingly, we both got this one wrong. Eric Rowan, with the help of returning Luke Harper.
I know. That was ridiculous.
It came out, yeah. Like, there was no rumors on this. Like, there was nothing about him coming out.
Even better.
Nothing.
So I follow him on Twitter. And every day he posts the exact same, well, not almost the exact same thing. It's Sunday. You know what that means. It's Monday. You know what that means. He posts that every single day. So everyone has been thinking he's just counting down. He knows that they're not using him. And this is the only way, like, he could be tearing them apart on Twitter if he really wanted to. But he's just going to sit here. He's just going to sit. And I'm like, all right, well, cool. And then he comes out. And I was like, what? Did Vince go, hey, Luke, go out there and help him. Because we need to show how great Roman is. And it needs both of you to take him down. It's like, that's probably what's going to happen. Because we're probably not going to get the Bros. What was there?
Oh, the Bludgeon Brothers?
Yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers. We're probably not getting that back.
Well, we are, because they're having a match at Hell in a Cell against Roman and Daniel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. No, is it being advertised as Bludgeon Brothers versus Daniel Bryan
I don't
and
know.
Roman Reigns?
I don't think they're going by the name anymore. But they're actually working as that team.
Okay, in that case, they need to keep going with, like, Eric Rowan's theme lately. You know, death metal shirt, jeans. Basically just being like, yeah, no, we're metalheads. We dress like metalheads. That's exactly how we're going to dress. And Luke needs to come out in, like, a Lamb of God t-shirt.
They put who's the band that did Punk's music? Cult Personality.
Oh, I forget. It's a 90s band.
It doesn't matter. But like, I guess Rowan had that shirt, the band shirt on, or a band like people were known associated with like PM Punk liked or something like that.
Yep.
It's like he's wearing that. It's like, well, AEW, CM Punk's return. Yeah, that's confirmed because of the shirt.
Yes, that's right. CM Punk confirmed AEW. We know it. It's here.
You know, that'd be great if he had.
Also, Half-Life 3 confirmed right here.
Yeah, you know, that'd be great if he actually came out on AEW.
Oh my God, that would
show next week. And as a heel.
Oh, of course.
And the best way to do it, and he's like, basically, what a great heel tactic. Instead of coming out on his home turf, which you get a babyface pop. Yeah, he get a babyface pop. He's like, no, I didn't come back for you.
Oh, even better. I've got a great thing. He just no music hits, nothing.
Yeah.
Sweatshirt wearing guy who's relatively thin comes out, hood up, mask on, rolls into the ring, attacks Jericho, lays the belt down afterwards, and rolls out and goes away. And you're like, that was the same sweatshirt CM Punk took an Instagram photo of himself wearing an hour ago. CM Punk returned. And that's all you do you do that. And then you don't have him do anything.
Yeah.
Or finally somebody catches up to him for an interview and they're like, hey Punk, what was that all about? And he's just like, look, there is no, he's always said that he's the best there is at what he does. And he's not. And that's it.
No. You gotta play off the, if he's going against Jericho, you had to pull off the, Jericho's return angle where he didn't say anything for about a month.
Oh, yeah.
And have Punk do that. He comes out, goes like he's gonna talk, but he doesn't do what Jericho did. Look, he teases everything. He goes to talk, drops the mic and just leaves. That's it.
He
They
gets
kicked him in the
called
back.
out by people to do an in-ring interview, and
Yeah.
he
Like,
comes out, gets close to the ring, shakes his head no, and turns around and walks away. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes it's at the top of the ramp. Sometimes the music hits and he doesn't even come out, and you're just like,
Yep.
is he just being an a-hole because he can? And you're like, yes, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So, but yeah, from what I understand, this is where one of the matches where they actually got really well. It was one of the better things on the card for the show. Before this matchup, though, we had Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton.
Yes.
With Kofi Kingston finally getting the win over Randy.
I know.
So, but it was a slow-paced match apparently.
Because it's a
And
Randy
we've been-
Orton match.
Yeah, I know.
They're always slow-paced. I don't think Randy could do a fast match at this point.
I think he's just so what's the word?
He's methodical.
No, he's just so complacent in WWE that he's just like, you know what, I'm not gonna try anymore.
I mean,
That's why I want him to leave and go to AEW and then come out and just have like a match of the year candidate match.
with Kenny Omega.
No, with Cody Rhodes,
Okay, I'll take it.
and do it that way because that would be awesome. Saying no, I can go. I just stopped caring in WWE because I've accomplished everything.
Well, because who was it? TJP had a interview where he talked about how when he looks back at what he did in the WWE, he's actually looking at it. He can't look at it as look at what I was doing in the ring. He's like, no, I just watch it because we're told to hit very specific spots, and that's it. We're not told to have a match, to put on a show, to entertain the crowd. It's hit your spot, strike your pose, get out of the ring. Get backstage so the next one can come out and do their thing. And he's like, there's no creativity there anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I'm assuming for the most part he's probably correct, especially since he's a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
That's definitely correct. Some of the bigger matches like Roman, Kofi, the bigger name stars do have that freedom.
Yeah.
But how are you supposed to make new stars if people can't exercise their freedom to try something to see if it works? So he's definitely excellent. So I'd love to see if Randy did leave the WWE and end up in AEW for not even like a full time wrestling, just to come in and do a few matches and be done.
It's a 1 year
that.
run to cap off his career type of thing.
Yeah, and just show that he can actually really still go.
Or
and-
rediscover his love for the business.
Yeah, but yeah, Kofi got the win that was 11 years in the making.
Yeah, I know.
So, and then we had the main event where Seth Rollins took down Braun Strowman with 3 curve stomps, and the announcers made sure to announce that he lasted longer than Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
So, but Seth retained, only to have the Fiend attack and lay Rollins out.
Yep.
Ending the show on a high note because the fans were actually happy to see the Fiend.
They were already cheering Rollins by the end of it, and then the Fiend comes out and attacks him. And I love the Fiend. I love this character. That's a pure horror movie character. You know, this is kind of at one point what they wanted character-wise for The Undertaker. The Undertaker took over being the horror. You know, Mankind, when he first showed up, he was the horror creature. And yes, we've had, over the years, some really bad failed attempts, the Boogeyman, at doing this again.
Boogeyman concept was an awesome idea. And what you saw him do,
Yeah.
like outside the ring, was pretty cool. Like how he embodied that character.
Oh, yeah.
He just was terrible in the ring because he was 40 years old when he started training to be a pro wrestler.
I know.
So that's why he never got good in the ring. But if he was younger and he embodied that character and was able, it could have been one of the people who could have taken over adding that kind of gimmick. Unfortunately, it didn't work out.
No.
But yes, I mean, right now I'm getting a little sick of the Fiend, just because we're just seeing the same old thing with him, and
I mean, I like it. I enjoy this character.
The reason why I'm getting sick of it is because we have the Bray Wyatt doing the dialogue type promo type stuff, and then we have the Fiend who actually comes in and appears in the ring and all that stuff. But we've only seen him wrestle once.
Mm-hmm.
He only attacks people. We don't get to see we get what Bray Wyatt's doing, and the Fiend is his method to doing it. But I need something more than what we've been getting now. I want something to stop the attacks, and everything, and actually do something more. The attacks can be part of it, but there's gotta be more to it.
What is more?
I don't know, but I have a feeling that Bray knows what he would do to elevate the character and keep it going well.
Well, because
but I just need something.
Bray's Twitter, like the combination of the Fiend in the ring, Bray Wyatt's segments, and the Twitter has been great, because Monday, I think it was Monday, he tweeted out, "I'm sorry, Braun Strowman, I don't have control over him. You'll understand later. I'm so sorry." And that night, the Fiend attacked Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Like, it was very much, like, all of this has been very much Bray tweeting out all of this stuff, and then the Fiend appearing and attacking that person.
Yeah.
I would love for the twist in this is that that Bray Wyatt, what we've seen is we will never in live show see Bray Wyatt for a while. All of this other stuff is a digital Bray Wyatt who's like, I'm stuck. This is the only place I can get a word out for people to run away from the Fiend. Get away from it. Leave it alone. Don't come after it. Just, I can't control it. It's taken over my body. My mind is here, though.
The Twitter thing, that was a cool idea that he tweeted that out. But if you don't follow him on Twitter, which I don't care. I'm not gonna. It doesn't add anything. If you don't do the thing with social media and wrestling, if you don't use social media, people don't follow it on social media, the stuff that you do on it doesn't work. Which is one reason why. But I mean, I said before that AEW should definitely use their social media in those elements to help elevate people who couldn't get on the show that week and other storylines. But here's the thing: they have cultivated their audience as a whole already to prepare for that, where WWE has not.
No.
The closest thing they have to tell people to look out for on social media is the 24/7 championship.
And even then, it's sparse. I don't see much about it.
Yeah, so you have to understand, tell your people you got to be looking out for this stuff on social media, or you're gonna miss it. But I mean, I need something more from it. I don't know what, but I have no doubt that Bray could easily knows what he wants to do with this character long term. And once we get past Hell in a Cell, maybe we'll get that next step.
Yeah.
For the Fiend, and everything. But yeah, I want something more than what we've been getting out of the Fiend character, not Bray Wyatt. Because I actually saw the actual segment from Raw this week.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the gym, so I forgot I brought the wrong headphones in for my phone, so I just plugged it into the bike and I watched it.
You saw the attack on...
No, I watched the actual segment.
Oh, okay.
The actual...
the Firefly Funhouse.
Yes. Yeah, and I was just like... Some of the other ones I watched before were a lot better. This one was okay. But...
Not everything can be amazing every single week.
No. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was engaging compared to most things on Raw. But still, it's just like... I feel like there needs to be something more, but I know we'll get it eventually. And him winning the Universal Championship is something different. How are they going to go about doing that and using the Fiend in that way? I
mean, there's a couple of ways that you can do it. And honestly, there is a way that you can keep the belt on Seth and still have the Fiend look very strong?
No. Anything but an actual win in taking the belt is going to ruin the Fiend.
I don't know,
sorry.
man.
If
There's a way.
No, there's not. If the Fiend had been attacking people up to almost a year at this point, then yes, I would be fine with it. But no, it would be only the second time we've seen him have a match since the Fiend character
Yeah, he needs to be
debuted.
very strong still.
Yeah. And what they did on Raw after the lights went off, nope.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no,
no.
for
But
me,
anyway, let's
I
move
like
on with.
if it didn't
We'll move on.
end there. Okay, so what? I mean, maybe we have an audience member who hasn't seen the video of this, because I want to talk about it. It was.
Hold on, let's just finish
Okay.
up this, and we'll come back to it.
Oh, for crying out loud, we're not coming back to it, or I'll lose the passion. All right, whatever. Moving on.
Fine. Just
Okay.
Talk about
Nope.
it, you
Nope.
bastard.
We're doing it. All right.
Okay, we're moving on. Yes. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, those were the results.
Yeah.
As I said in the cold opener, I won,
Yeah.
getting only 2 wrong. Adam, you got 4 wrong.
Yep.
But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right though.
Yeah.
So overall, you still did pretty well. But I am the predictions champion. Let us know down in the comment section what you thought of of Clash of Champions, if it was a good show or not.
What you thought of us not watching the show and still talking about
Yep.
it?
I would say I can't really answer the question, one of our questions, because we didn't pay attention to watch the show at all.
What
What
was-
will be the match of the night?
Valid point.
Let us know down in the comment section what you thought the match of the night was. And for that. But let's move on to our news portion. And, well, since we were already talking about WWE, let's just stick with it.
Okay.
With that. And we talked about Cedric Alexander having a United States Championship matchup for Raw's season premiere. And yes, I did the air quotes.
Air
on that.
quote unquote season premiere. Oh, that is for me one of the weirdest things. Like I would understand if they were like, look, it's the start of a new era, or you know, this is the start
We've done
of
like
something.
6 starts of a new eras in the last 2 years.
I mean, we've been starting new eras over and over again for quite a.
Yeah.
Aren't we technically? Isn't this we're in the one that's called the new era?
Yeah, I think so.
Then the one before that was just the PG era.
Well, we're still technically in the PG era.
Well, no, we still are, but like they officially named, like as of a certain date, the new era had started.
Yeah, but it's basically, but nothing changed, so
No.
it's still the PG era.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, so they don't know what to call an era, because an era, according to geology, is 700 million years.
Yeah, look, we're just saying that this was a period of time.
Yeah, but still, my reason to point that out is because an era shows that there's a long period of time. 6 months is not an era, WWE.
Not at all. No, not at all.
Like, the Attitude Era, you can call that. It was only about 4 years worth of time, something like that. But after that time frame, the product changed enough.
Yeah, I mean, like
Where
you can
it was-
clearly tell that there have been entire the better way to describe it is, especially since it's a TV show, you have like
A direction change.
yeah, it's a direction change, it's a cast change. You know,
Yep.
you're like SNL has cast changes.
Yep.
And you go, okay, well that's this time to this time, the Eddie Murphy era.
Yeah.
That type
Exactly.
of thing.
But it was a clear distinction what they were going for
era,
after
though.
with the Ruthless Aggression era that followed.
Yep.
But it was different than what they were doing with the Attitude Era.
The new generation
So-
before the Attitude Era.
Yeah. And then that lasted about the same time frame before they went to the PG era, and we got the PG era for way too long.
No, PG didn't start until 2008.
Yeah, Ruth Aggression started in. Okay, so 6 years. My bad.
Yeah. So ruthless aggression actually got like a 5, depending on when you say that Attitude ended, 5 to 6 years. Honestly, I kind of think 2002 was the end of
Yeah,
Attitude.
basically, when they did the 2002-ish, or somewhere around there is when they did the end of it. Basically, when the WWE started the draft
Yeah.
pick, is kind of when it ended.
Oh, really, you could put it down to the appearance of John Cena. What are you
Yeah.
here for? Ruthless aggression.
Yep. So that's basically around the time frame. But again, those were long periods of time.
Yeah.
To do that. So yeah. Anyway, that's the reason why I brought that up. But the premiere, I get why they're doing it because yes, SmackDown is going to a new family, the Fox or the Fox. So to me, it'd be fine for them to say this premiere episode on of SmackDown on Fox.
Yeah.
That's fine because you're actually moving. USA, it's staying on USA Raw is. So it's dumb. Anyway, we all know the official change will happen in 3 weeks' time after the draft.
Yeah.
That comes in 2 weeks. So it's just dumb. But at least they're trying to do a big show. We have Brock Lesnar appearing. Miz is going to host Miz TV with Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
Ugh.
okay.
I love how like WWE has officially forgiven Hogan.
Yeah.
But the fans are still no.
No,
No.
there's still a tangent of fans that we do not truly forgive you.
Yep. So yep, we get as much as they're giving WWE is giving shit to Chad Gable for being short and that being like his whole storyline with the King of the Ring and all that. Yeah, Rey Mysterio is challenging for the Universal Championship on Raw. So
Okay, I'm sorry, Ray. You're not winning.
yeah. Then we have Sasha Banks going against Alexa Bliss. Announced so far. It might be not the biggest show, but they are announcing it as a premiere. It's not like they have a pay-per-view they could be setting up for, but no. And then we have next week. I don't have the card here with me, but they do have some bigger matches planned for SmackDown. That botch of a image for the 4 horsewomen tag match.
Yeah.
Hey Adam, why don't you explain what happened?
Okay.
You know,
So
I kind of can't hint at it, but go ahead.
the promotional picture for this match, it's a women's tag match. It's got it is Sasha Sasha and Bailey, and you've got Charlotte and Becky. So on the picture, going left to right, we've got Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, of course. Team Raw, Charlotte, and then just in front of her left shoulder is Becky with the belt over her shoulder, showing it off proud. Like you should.
Yep.
You put your champion right up front. And on the other side for Team SmackDown, buried in the back, completely obscured by Sasha Banks, is the SmackDown Women's Championship over the right shoulder of of Bailey. You can barely tell that it's there. Like I had to
Yeah, you
look
just
at it
see
and was
the
like,
belt.
oh, that is the belt.
No,
Great
as soon
job,
as I
guys.
saw it, as soon as I saw it, I noticed it instantly and was like, wow. And I get the reason why they were probably doing it is because they were trying to match them up to who they're feuding with,
Right.
Sasha and Becky. But here's the thing, though. Then if you want to do that, make sure the belt is on Bailey's other shoulder so it's still shown. But it's still better. Put your champions up front
Yes.
to show them off.
Right.
But it is what it is. But yeah, and we also have on that show we will have the new WWE Champion crown. Brock Lesnar beating Kofi Kingston.
Yes.
Which will probably just destroy Brock. Brock will probably just destroy him to show that Vince doesn't give a shit about Kofi.
Exactly.
And then take the belt off of TV for about 6 months again because
It's Brock Lesnar.
It's Brock Lesnar, and he can't. He has to be in the title picture nowadays. You remember when he first came back and he wasn't in the title picture for the longest time?
No, where he kind of came in and he was more like a prize fighter, where he was picking off the big opponents, but not going after the belt.
Yep. But as soon as he won that first WWE Championship match, and then he dropped it, he basically came right back to it. He had a few more matches after that first loss at the WWE Championship. But once he basically became the Universal Champion, he's always in the Universal Championship spot.
Yeah.
Every single time.
He's either challenging for it or he already has it.
Yep. And it's dumb. And they want to have a more sports-like atmosphere and thing, which Brock would fit better for SmackDown if that's what they're going for, and for Fox. But having the belt on him is no.
No, don't do
We're
that.
sick and tired of this. You're gonna piss your fans off, and everything like that.
And really, that was the most failed story thing going in Raw for quite some time. And all you're going to do is shift that over to your brand new program on Fox on a new time slot.
Yep, and it's rumor is they're going to be focusing on SmackDown being the A show, possibly.
Yeah, that's not how you do it, though.
No. And here's the other thing is, if Roman remains on SmackDown, you know the storyline, what's going to happen at WrestleMania.
It's going to be Brock versus Roman again.
Again, because Brock has to drop the belt to Roman. And we're always going to be like, fuck you, Vince, we're not cheering this.
Nope.
Stop trying to force this down our throats. Especially when we're liking Roman right now.
Yeah, we enjoy Roman not being in the championship picture. It shows that he's actually getting better. That he's not getting better, because he's actually been solid in the ring for quite some time. Yeah. It's showing that he's able to be better without the belt near him.
Yeah. And here's the thing is, yes, at some point he will be challenging for the belt.
Yeah.
But holding that off for as long as you possibly can is the best thing for him. And showing it down. But the second you put him against Brock Lesnar, you put out the belt, we're going to assume that's the thing is, and we're going to start. And if we feel at any point that Roman is being favored too much, we're going to start booing him. Again,
I really feel that the better person to put Roman over at this point is Seth.
Yeah. But even then,
a program where it's Roman and Seth for the championship. Honestly, I would love to see it be the Universal Championship. That program, because it would be a personal program. It'd be between two best friends, two brothers, two guys who've been in the trenches together. And we actually haven't seen that.
No.
That's something new.
Time will tell. Only time will tell. Hopefully we'll be wrong.
I know.
Well, then we'll get a rematch at Hell in a Cell, and that's where Brock will win it, or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, so that's really all the WWE news we have, because they're not building up their pay-per-view, even though there are some matches on it.
Yeah.
What are they? I don't know.
Fiend and Seth
matches. Yep. And then Becky and Sasha in the Hell in a Cell as well. But that's about it. There's one more matchup for the SmackDown that we thought was going to be for Hell in a Cell, but no, it's actually going to be at SmackDown next week.
Oh, what's that?
And that's going to be a ladder match where if Shane wins, KO remains fired. If KO wins, Shane is fired and Kevin Owens gets to return.
Okay,
So,
I actually like that on TV instead of on the pay-per-view.
I would too, but again, we don't have anything fleshed out for the Hell in a Cell. So as a match would have been a better matchup for Hell in a Cell when it's literally 2 days later.
Hold on a second. Okay, no. The way it goes down is that it's a ladder match. It ends up being a no finish. Somehow. And they have to finish it at Hell in a Cell.
No, I'm not. But there is rumor that possibly they may think that McIntyre might cost Shane the match.
No.
McIntyre's been out with an injury lately. To the rumor was when he came down for his match with Cedric Alexander for the King of the Ring, he could barely walk down the ring.
Oh.
The ring. He had a small surgery for the injury, but he's apparently cleared to come back by now. And then they're just kind of holding him off for the draft, which is a good thing.
Okay.
So I would like to see. Here's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see him do that. Come out, make you think like he's gonna screw over Kevin Owens, and then have him screw over Shane.
No.
Because
Here's why.
no. Here's the reason why.
For crying out loud.
He took a babyface turn, and he was a far better effective babyface in NXT than he's been really used on main roster.
Okay.
As a heel. I prefer him as a heel, but he was better in NXT as a babyface. One term of babyface. Here's the reason why. He gets drafted to SmackDown, and when Brock wins the WWE Championship, it's McIntyre who takes the belt off of him.
Okay, no, I totally see that still happening. That would be cool. But KO loses. McIntyre continues to stay working with Shane. Therefore, through favors, gets to be the number one contender to Brock Lesnar. KO ends up after being officially quote-unquote fired, ends up on NXT the next week, which would be October 2nd.
No.
Nope. It's the week after. Okay, whatever. It's the week after. But it's also the week where you have Omega versus Moxley. You need something to stand up against that.
Omega versus Moxley is at Full Gear.
It's at Full Gear. Never mind. You heard me. I did not say that out loud. All of you hallucinated that.
You're thinking of the match that was supposed to be at Double or Nothing, Pac versus Adam Page, which has been officially announced for the first episode of AEW Dynamite.
Okay, yeah, whatever. No, I was thinking it's their second episode of Wednesday Night Dynamite.
We're gonna talk about that name in a second.
Anyway,
it's gonna.
No, you put KO on NXT. You put him on NXT.
No, they have too much talent down there. I mean, I wouldn't mind him showing up for a special matchup on a quick run, but now they have too much talent they need to get on TV. But anyway, that match is gonna be going on there. I don't know what they're gonna do with Hell in a Cell. Only time will tell, but we'll see. I am looking forward to the draft because you can actually do a draft now versus the stupid superstar shakeup that they've been doing.
Yeah, that's been horrible.
Yeah. I still say our whole idea that we had back when they did the draft in 2016 was do it be like an actual sports draft.
Right.
You sign a WWE contract. You have to then sign with Raw or SmackDown. You have so much time on your sign with that brand before you become a free agent.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You could do so much with that. Anyway, so we're going to move on over to, let's get Impact. Let's talk about Impact really quickly before we go to AEW. All right. Impact has announced when they will be moving to Access, and it will be October 22nd, which is a Tuesday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting another wrestling show on Tuesday nights.
So we have Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night Impact, Wednesday night NXT AEW, and then sadly nothing right now off the top of my head for Thursday, and then Friday Night SmackDown.
If you're a big wrestling fan and you want to watch everything, you'll be watching NXT.
You can watch NXT on Thursdays. There you go. Everything. 5 days a week, 5 different shows, 5 different styles.
Yeah, because it goes right to the network within 24 hours. So you can be watching that on Thursday night if you want to watch all your wrestling. That way you can tune in for to AEW.
Yep.
And then SmackDown on Fridays. So they're going to be starting that on October 22nd, which is good to know for that. And they actually, For the advertisement on there, they actually have a nice little thing of Impact Wrestling, and they have Access TV, and it shows their entire roster on there.
Ooh.
They have a lot bigger roster than I thought.
Yeah, they do. It's a huge roster.
Which is I'm like, last I knew that they had a tiny roster. And I've just been thinking that's been their entire roster this entire time, and I read through their pay-per-view results and their TV tapings and all that, but it never really assisted until I look at them like, wow, they have a really deep roster.
Yeah, they do.
If they actually do buy Ring of Honor, damn. The best thing would be to keep Ring of Honor of its own little brand and do their own little brand split.
And put them on Thursday nights.
I have a feeling that Anthem, by the way, fuck the owl.
We just got to put it out there. It's a hashtag,
Yep.
fuck the owl.
Would be able to do a brand split better than anyone in wrestling right now. Though, if they came down to it, Tony Khan could do the best brand split in existence.
Why?
Because you know why? You know how I know?
How?
Because all he would do if he had a brand split is he would treat it like the NWA. AEW would become the NWA, and each show would be their own company.
Oh.
Yes, there'd still be TV shows. There'd be just a show, but they'd be treated as companies. So the person would be working with the Dynamite would have a different vision for that product versus what would be working for whatever they're doing. And by the way, I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that and put that on news. But anyway, so it's good to see that they're going to be doing that. They said they were going to be going after Bound for Glory on there, so which is actually a good
Right.
timing for them. So to actually launch a new rebranding of the company in a sense.
After
but
their
good
after their
rebranding
major show of the year?
Yeah, and also a rebranding of it in a good way instead of the forced rebranding they've been doing for the last almost decade.
It's been a little painful.
So, but speaking of Impact and AEW, we actually had some news that we got that links them together, and it's a war that AEW is picking with them, and it's a brand that the AEW should not start a war with because they would lose. Because any parent company that has the balls to put an owl on their fucking logo, hashtag fuck the owl, it's not someone you want to get in a fight with. And AEW is apparently picking a fight with them.
Oh, okay.
And everyone's like what's going on? What did they do? Our three fans were like, oh! It's like,
Thank you.
They are taking Kevin Sullivan, and I quote this from the article on Wrestling Inc. It does say in not the former pro wrestler.
Yeah.
The vice president of production of Impact is moving to AEW.
Cool.
There's no time frame of when he's doing it, but he is going. And it seems like he's going to be taking a few members of the Impact team along with him, but it didn't say specifically who. Probably just a few close people who he works well with.
Probably.
He wants to bring over, probably. But they are going over there, which sucks for Impact Wrestling, but good for Kevin Sullivan moving into a bigger show. But now, if Anthem hadn't just bought Access TV, I would say this is probably a bigger hit to them.
It could be.
But it's not. It's actually, it happens throughout wrestling. People move. Kevin Sullivan has actually been in with WWE.
I mean, it also could be that Access TV already has a producer in line to take over anyway.
Yep, they probably they want to do that because they knew he was leaving. He did work with AEW over the summer, working on some producing the opens for Fyter Fest and Fight for the Fallen with AEW. While he was still with Impact. He's worked with WWE in the past, and he's also worked for Fox Sports through his KSTV production company. So he has the experience.
Cool.
For that, but so we'll go from there. But then we have AEW news.
Woo!
So I actually already mentioned for the first show of the night, a match that was highly hyped up for Double or Nothing that got canceled a week before Pac versus Adam Page.
Oh, we're finally getting this match.
is happening on live TV. This is a pay-per-view level matchup.
I know. And they're
getting free
starting
TV
their
for
show
the-
off with the big guns right away.
Yes. Pac is hot off a win over Kenny Omega.
Yep.
Adam Page has lost to Chris Jericho. So it will be interesting to see where they do this. My money is Pac is going to keep his winning streak alive because I think he's going to be one of the top names, possible contenders to actually take the belt off of Jericho. I think he should be.
I think he should
Kenny
be as well.
Omega needs to wait at least a year and a half before he wins the AEW Championship.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Who knows if they'll do that, but I think that's the thing. And you have a theory that he's turning into the cleaner anyway, back to the cleaner gimmick anyway. So who knows? He'll be maybe a heel soon.
Wait,
A little
who?
bit on that in a second. AEW, Kenny Omega.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, a little more on that in a second, but so yeah, I have the entire what has been announced for AEW's first show, Dynamite.
Awesome.
Still hate the name, but we'll talk about that in a second. Adam Page versus Pac. John Moxley will appear. We have Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara. Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega versus the AEW World Champion Chris Jericho and two mystery partners, which will probably be LAX, who
Yeah.
debuted at.
I'm
All
calling
Out?
it now. The Elite are going to lose that match, and it's Kenny Omega who's going to eat the pin.
Yes, so do I. I think so too. Keeping his losing ways, but it would be his first loss in a tag match, though.
Right.
He's won. He's undefeated in tag team matches.
But what it
It's
is he's
fantastic.
going to be like such the weird Kenny Omega that he's been recently,
Yeah.
and he's going to screw something up.
Yep. And then we also have MJF versus Brandon Cutler.
Oh,
which you
fine.
have an interesting story about.
Oh my God. So MJF accidentally got AEW and himself in nearly mainstream media. He got
Nearly,
Twitter
not-
and social media afire this past week because MJF tweeted. Everyone's seen these photos. Seen a dude pull this photo. Takes the photo right in front of the mirror after his workout. You know, shoulders all huge. Boom. Takes that camera. Takes the picture right there. And it was just like, I'm not a nerd. I don't play D&D. And hashtag D&D. Twitter took off with this. D&D groups across social media took off with this. This went so far as to an official character sheet for MJF has been created to be used in D&D.
Damn.
He's a character in D&D. That's how, like, okay, you want to piss off somebody who says that they don't play D&D? You make them into a character inside D&D. It's like, that's cool. D&D plays you now.
Yeah. You may not play it, but we play you.
Yeah. So, yeah, he got the name. Now, what it was, it's part of his program with Brandon Cutler.
Yeah.
Who Brandon is a unabashed dork, but he's a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
And MJF is your standard 80s bully. It's the dork versus bully situation. That's what's going on here. So,
Okay.
but he tapped something perfect at that exact moment and set
Yep.
social media afire, getting himself challenged by Deathstroke himself, Joe Maglione.
Yeah. Magdalena or whatever his name. how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, that guy.
And
He's
not
like, I play
Deathstroke.
D&D.
He played the role of Deathstroke for about a minute at the end of Justice League, and the rumors I've been hearing is he's no longer even going to be playing that role when Deathstroke shows up.
So, yeah, that one, there's a lot of change going on in the DC,
Yeah.
DC cinematic universe, okay?
but Yeah, but still, the fact that, and it's known that he plays this. He actually made an appearance on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
In a D&D episode.
I would
1.
love to see Vin Diesel step up and be like, "Really, kid? I played as well."
I think it'd be awesome if they could get Joe to show up on AEW one of these days. Not do a match. If they could get him to do a match, it would be awesome. But just have him show up and say, I play D&D. I dare you to call me a nerd.
And of course,
Nerd.
MJF is like, "Nerd."
Bam! And then Joe like clothesline him.
Exactly. And then Brandon Cutler comes in and finishes it off.
Yeah.
Again.
But
I would love to see Brandon get the win here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I do definitely hope we get to see that heel type MJF going forward because the whole linking up with Cody versus Shawn Spears element put him off as a babyface to me, and he needs to be the hardcore heel. Now I'd love to see him actually go back full on heel.
So one of the cool things. One of the things about MJF's character is that when he's around Cody, he's a really nice guy to everybody. But the moment that Cody doesn't see what he's doing, he goes full heel and he's just like, "Fuck you." He's like, "I'm great. Yeah. Fuck you." "Cody, hey buddy, how's it going?" "Yeah, this is my other friend over here." And that's how he acts.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully, we'll see a heel turn on by MJF.
Oh yeah.
Onto Cody, at Full Gear during the AEW Championship matchup in November.
Oh, that would be cool.
Only time will tell. And then my prediction for the main event, which should be, because it's for a championship.
Yeah.
Championship should always close the show, and if you want to make WWE look like an idiot, you put this as your main event. Nyla Rose versus Rio to crown the first ever AEW Women's Championship. Ironically, Nyla Rose got a little bit of heat on Twitter this week.
Wait, for what?
Someone posted out, I guess, I don't know I didn't see the tweet. I saw the photo that was tweeted out. I guess it was referring to her or sent to her or something like that. A guy, a picture in a little bubble saying, "Well, she's a guy."
Oh, yeah.
And she responded meaningfully. In my opinion, completely deserved it, what she said about the guy. But definitely uncalled for. I mean, you don't want to sink to their level.
Right.
Absolutely, everything she said was I agree with on. But actually thinking that and then saying it, not the best. You want to rise above. She did apologize for it, and all that, and even say tries to rise above that from all the stuff that happens to her. And just this one person just kind of got under her skin, and she reacted the way she shouldn't have. So I'm glad she took it up. Before people will call, I didn't see anything in the news article saying she was being called out for to apologize and like that. Who knows what happened? But so she's there. But I do think this should be the main event of the match because it is for a championship, especially to crown it. And putting in your main event on your first show basically tells WWE, "Oh, good for you. You have a women's championship? So do we. We have no problem putting ours in the main event to prove that we see our women as actual stars." And I think that'd be a great thing to do. Especially since NXT that's going on during that week will eventually have almost every single championship defended on that 2-hour show.
Wow. Okay.
So going next week. So what better way to say, and yes, this will be a women's championship match. Will that be the main event? I doubt it. If you're going to have the NXT championship defended, the tag team championship. I don't think the North American championship is the only one I think is not being defended. Or even
I have no idea.
The the UK championship, I guess, being defended.
Possibly. Okay.
Because they had that NXT UK invades NXT angle that happened last week, which was pretty.
Yeah,
much
that's
fire.
true. That's true.
That's their program for War Games. We now know. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be whatever their what's it, Walter's Walters Imperius. That's the name
Right.
of it. Stable versus. I bet it's going to be versus Undisputed Era.
Probably.
I can see that, which would mean no championships would be defended at NXT Takeover. War Games.
It's the 8-man elimination match, right?
Yeah. Oh no, not elimination match. First pinfall.
Okay. Because one of them is no, where did I Kushida, no, it's not Kushida.
Well, he challenged Kushida for a match this week, tonight actually. As we're
Yeah, but
recording
he's
this on a
part
Wednesday.
of that 8-man group. He's been advertised.
Nothing.
He's like, I have
Nothing's
friends
been-
all over the world too.
Oh, I don't know who he said that to.
It was
Oh yeah, but that's because Kushida did that thing, but he may be a part of it. Maybe it just be some NXT. I think it should be
sorry.
Undisputed Era versus Imperius. I think it would be a better.
I would think
Those-
so too. We're basically
only-
saying that Undisputed Era is the top dogs in the in that brand.
But not just that, but it would also allow for actually you could have title matches. It could be both women championships from NXT UK and NXT being fed on the show.
Yeah.
But that's just to say. But anyway, we'll see for that. And then we do have some news on AEW having a TV deal in a sense
Yeah.
in the UK.
Okay.
ITV has announced in UK it will not advertise airing AEW Dynamite for free. Before we get to that really quickly, I want to talk about the name Dynamite really quickly.
Why? What
I
do you have a
still-
problem with?
I still don't like it, but I will say this. I like it better than because what the official show of AEW is called is AEW Dynamite.
Yeah.
But since it's been announced and been rumored, in the trademark that the AEW went for was originally Tuesday Night Dynamite,
Okay.
and then Wednesday Night Dynamite. That just sounded dumb to me. Removing the name,
I like the alliteration.
removing the
Rhyming?
name.
I don't know.
Removing the day of the show from it is a lot better.
It
AEW
does.
Dynamite sounds better than AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. No, dumb. Oh my
mean,
god, it rhymes too much and it sounds something way too much from the 70s. I don't
me,
have mind for tradition.
It reminds
but
me
it's
of
dumb.
It should be, I don't consider the show to be Raw. I consider it Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
SmackDown I will think of it as Friday Night SmackDown.
Well, that's actually the name of SmackDown starting next week. Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh, really? I thought it
no
was
longer
just
SmackDown Live.
SmackDown.
Oh no, it's been SmackDown Live with the official name.
Yeah, but no, but
It's now going
I
to-
thought they were going to be just dropping the live part and just calling it
Nope.
SmackDown again.
And it's officially called Friday Night SmackDown.
Okay. Actually, I like it. So, in my opinion, in my head, it's going to be Wednesday Night Dynamite. Wednesday Night
No.
Dynamite.
It's
Whew,
dumb.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. But,
Eek-ow.
but having
Love
call it AEW Dynamite is a better name.
Yeah.
It fits better. I still don't like the name Dynamite, just using the name Dynamite. But without that there, I started really thinking about it. I'm like, dumb. I was like, no, don't use that. And then the next time I read it in an article, I was like, AEW Dynamite. I'm like, I still don't like it, but that sounds better than all the trademarks and everything.
Yeah.
So it's growing on me. I'm still not gonna fully like it ever, but if they went with AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite, I would have been like, dumb. I'd be like, fuck the owl would be fuck Dynamite.
You know that on the first show, JR is going to say that.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
And it's
But
going to be a
something-
little bit of it's going to be a mistake, but he's because of welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. It's going to be welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Wednesday Night Dynamite.
What company am I working with now? Oh yeah, Wednesday Night Dynamite. Oh no, I mean, it's Dynamite.
It's just Dynamite.
AEW Dynamite. It's AEW Dynamite. Not. Oh okay. No.
I mean,
But, yeah.
it's just going to be a slip of the tongue. It's not going to be anything serious, but
Yeah, but it's not the official name, so I don't care.
Okay.
And it's not like I'm gonna be watching the. It's not like I'm gonna be watching the show because I don't have cable. I will find a way to watch it eventually because I do want to watch the show.
Yep.
But I don't have cable, so I can't watch it live. But I will try to keep up with the show when I can, when I have time. Though
Do you not have the ability for, like, television through your internet?
I don't know. Like have
Like whoever your internet provider is, they don't have a. These are the local shows that you can get while through streaming.
Oh, I have no dude. I haven't clue. I don't watch TV. I watch just shows that I want to watch.
Oh, okay.
I've never looked into it, but I don't think that'll be one of it because I have. Maybe it could because it's Spectrum, whose parent company is Time Warner.
Yeah. You
But
probably can watch TNT on through your computer.
maybe I'll look into it. But next week I go back to classes because I took this month off from school again,
Yep.
and I'm in production for that class.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna be fucking busy next month. So
Well-
for 3 weeks, not full month, just for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Until we shoot, and then we get done, and we'll be like just sleep, probably.
I mean, honestly,
but
3
anyway.
weeks is not that bad. I mean, if
No,
you've worked
it's gonna be-
retail during the Christmas season, that is a month straight of, hey, I'm really sorry if you're in management in any way, you don't get to sleep for a month. Sorry about that, but here's
Yeah.
all kinds of money.
Well, add that on to movie making and trying to do a short film and do that in 3 weeks. It's basically doing that in less time.
I think I would actually enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure you would too. Will enjoy it because you're constantly something for you to do. You're working
Yeah.
on your stuff. But anyway, let's move back to the story. in
Okay.
the UK, because there's been a controversy because while it is going to be airing free starting next month, you told me a little bit a different story about what's going on. So,
Okay,
the
so
mic is yours.
I am so sorry, so sorry to all of my UK friends, my UK wrestling community, possible fans of AEW. See, ITV isn't giving you guys a live version of the show, which you all know that would be going live on technically Thursday morning at about 1 a.m. Instead, what you're getting is Saturday night. That's right. You're going to be able to, if you're anything like me, me more than 10, actually both of us, you're going to hear about it through all of your favorite YouTube and podcasts that you're going to listen to on Thursday. You're going to hear all of the results from Wednesday night. So that way, when Saturday comes along and ITV then airs it, you've already heard everything, and you're just like, all right, now I'm just watching it because.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's one of those things.
I suggest to the entire UK wrestling community, get on ITV about putting it live on Wednesday at its airtime.
Yeah.
That way,
Or-
for those of you that are dedicated, you can record it and watch it Thursday morning, or watch it live.
Yeah. That's definitely something for that, which definitely does suck that's going to happen for them. But at least and it doesn't really say anything about the details of here. But the deal they may get a better deal going forward.
Right.
Who knows? It's just what was announced, but I saw on Wrestling Inc. for that. And the last bit of news is a little bit of twiddle issues for the not so right in the head Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
And so I saw this, and I actually watched a little bit of the clip. I didn't watch the entire thing just because I didn't care. It's about Kenny Omega was doing an interview last week, and he was talking about like the war. He's giving an assumption about like a war. Well, I didn't really care about, but even if you want to call it a war, is it a war? Like he's like, and he basically gave a scenario. The scenario he said was, okay, let's assume all their guys who are on NXT and all of us and me are in one company. There's no different companies and different shows. We're just all in the same show.
Yep.
um, their main events would be the dark match of his main event match.
Yes.
And he's saying, and as he was talking about this, he's referring to people who are his good friend.
Okay.
By the way,
So there's
so
a couple of great things about this. One, Kenny Omega did the interview in character. He did not. This was not the EVP of AEW doing an interview and talking about the company and being asked about what he thinks about, the Wednesday Night Wars that are coming up. No, this was Kenny Omega, the wrestler, in an interview. Of course, the guy who is a little off his rocker right now because he hasn't been able to close the deal in a singles match so far. Of course, he's going to talk about the other company as a group of people who couldn't pick up his jockstrap because he's trying to get himself back hyped up to be the best bout machine.
yeah. So
Now,
I mean,
the best part of this is the internet's reaction and the amount of response that I saw regarding this, where it was like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. People wouldn't even know who he was if he didn't work with, if he wasn't in the position that he is with the company, and blah blah blah, and this and that. And I'm just like, wow.
Before we get to that, I just want to make one thing that he does have a solid point that he says in that interview, in that promo, basically, is, and he's dead right on this, is that it's best talent in the world versus their developmental talent,
And
which are all great talents,
exactly.
but how they're seen in that company, in WWE, is they are developmental. They are not worthy of it.
Exactly. One
The
of
show even being advertised on Raw this week.
yeah.
But anyway, go on.
One of the great things, I actually had to point that out to a number of people because they were just like, oh my God, these guys are turning in this match and this match and this match. And I'm like, yes, but the company that they work for does not view them as anything but developmental. NXT is meant to be where you're bringing in new talent that you need to train to get them to be on the WWE style of product. So they need to be developed more to be able to then move on to the actual big leagues.
Yes.
And yes, Kenny's totally right. That was where they are. Yes, the character Kenny Omega is doing right now would say that anyone on that other company couldn't pick up his jockstrap. They'd be on the dark match. They might be even setting up the ring for him, holding his towel as he comes backstage. Of course he's going to say that in character. But the developmental line, that's just going, hey, the company that they work for views them this way. It's not our fault.
Yes, and but let's look at some of the names on the main stars of NXT. You got Adam Cole. You got Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. You have I'm trying to think of.
Okay, I can just stop you at Adam Cole.
Yep.
A Bullet Club member with Kenny Omega, with the Young Bucks. And Adam Page.
But here's the thing. You still put... before he went to NXT, you put Adam Cole named Kenny Omega. They were not on the same level.
No, but Cole had Page's position like last year. Where Page was in the Bullet Club before everyone left.
Yeah.
That was Adam Cole's position. He was the young upcomer.
I'd actually argue differently because when Adam Cole was in the Bullet Club, he was the Ring of Honor World Champion.
Yeah.
So he actually had a better position, but still at the same time, you still put those two names against Kenny Omega, his name against Kenny Omega, any one of the Undisputed Era against Kenny Omega.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny Omega's name is a bigger name on the independent scene than they ever were.
Right.
They were big name stars. Don't get me wrong. They would not have been in a dark match on any independent show.
No,
They were
not at all.
Compared to having a able to say they were in a match with Kenny Omega, would have been a stepping stone, a big stepping stone publicly for them. I'm not saying they weren't there, but it does go to show that Kenny's not wrong. But
Yeah.
again, as you said, he was cutting his this as a promo, an interview.
Another thing that I absolutely loved, and I got to point this out to a couple of people, especially through one of the it was in a comment section, of course. How do I put this? That entire interview and taking shots at the WWE right now is purely meant to get people talking.
Yep.
And somebody was bashing on Kenny and doing all of this stuff, and he's like, this is not going to help their company. They're just bashing the competition, and when the competition comes out better than them, it's going to look terrible. And I just stopped and I went, here's the thing, dude. You're talking about that company. We're all talking about that company. In this comment section right now, there were over 3,000 comments talking about AEW right now, talking about Kenny Omega right now. I'm like, what you're not understanding is that all this character was doing was getting you to say something on social media about it.
Yep.
And a number of your friends are going to see that you commented here, and maybe they'll pop in and make a comment, or they'll see it and see your comment, and they'll go,
Yep.
what is this AEW? What is Kenny Omega? And then they'll check it out, and oh my God, there's another viewer.
Yeah. So that it definitely goes get the people talking about it. And there's one more thing that I forgot we didn't even put on the docket that we have to talk about. And as I tweeted to you when I texted to you when I saw this, my caption was AEW for the win.
Okay, what was that? I forgot.
Last week, and I guess it was again this week, but I didn't see anything for it this week. But
Yes.
last week, AEW, they won. They did the unthinkable that you, they outsmarted Vince McMahon by advertising on Raw. You had an AEW commercial for them, their show on TNT during the A show.
Yes.
Plenty of people were recording it and putting it up on social media.
Also, yeah. They
For the
also
win.
did it.
I'm sorry.
They also
for the
did it
win.
during NXT last week.
Yes. And it's like, it's just, what better way to say, hey, there's more, you like wrestling, we have another program.
Yeah. Give us
and
a
it was
chance.
for the win.
It
There's nothing WWE can do to, and yes, this could still be a war, but to get new ideas, they want to get some of WWE's eyes on their product. They won.
Yeah.
And WWE can't counter that by advertising on their program because it hasn't started yet.
Well, even better is they would need to actually advertise their program.
Yeah, and they don't advertise except through their company, through the people who host it. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't do any other advertisements, really.
No, not really. It's crazy.
So they'd have to force it. But and if they did happen to be a WWE commercial during AEW's, it's still a victory for AEW because they did it first, and they forced WWE to advertise on a different network
Exactly.
for their brand.
Yep.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have
Oh
for
no,
today.
dude! I have one more thing.
What?
I have one more thing.
I'm suing you.
Okay,
that is
actually,
my gimmick.
It's two quick things. One,
That's my gimmick.
Okay.
I'm the one who does
me-
that, not you. No, anything.
let me-
Anyway, go ahead.
Let me just do this.
Go
Come
ahead.
on, man. Let me just. I just need a moment. Please, give me. Can you please think? Okay.
I said go.
All right.
Go.
One.
Let's go, folks.
One, Stephen Amell, after Arrow is finished, is going to be part
yeah,
of a
I forgot about
TV show
this.
called Heels. It's about a small pro wrestling program run by two brothers, and
Yes.
Check it out.
It's gonna be on Showtime. It's not. I don't. It's 2020.
Okay.
It's the when it'll be debut because he's wrapping up the season 8 of Arrow.
Yep.
Of 10 episodes this fall. I am actually caught up to that show now.
Oh, wow.
So I'm prepared. So I wanted to make sure I could watch at least that season as it was airing.
Don't worry, dude. Do you know how you can tell me all about it? I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up in time.
Let me guess, you're still on season 1 of episode 1?
I think I'm somewhere around episode 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have a little bit of catching up to do, and honestly, it's
all the episodes are on Netflix.
Oh, I know.
Watch them. Just
I know.
skip work for the next 3 weeks.
I really haven't had any reason to watch it. I really want to watch. Anyway, that's other times.
Yeah, that's another thing.
All right.
But anyway, he still has that to be debut. It will be on Showtime, so it's gonna be more adult.
Okay.
Probably programming, which is great. And it sounds like it's gonna be focused on a very small, like family-oriented wrestling company.
Cool.
Where Al-Mel will be the heel in the wrestler, and his brother will be the babyface because he has that more of the dynamics. According to the Deadline report that I read when they announced the casting for his brother, but I do not know the name off the top of my head, and I'm too lazy to go look it up.
Okay. I mean, that's cool. Anyway, and my other one is Jushin Thunder Liger Unmasked. And what's underneath it is scary. Kenshin Liger actually is scary. And, I mean, yes, it's the 4th time that he's unmasked, but every time it's just to bring this character out. And, like, I think it's pretty cool. Like, I think the idea that Jushin Thunder Liger is more of a suit of armor that he wears to be able to contain Kenshin Liger and keep it under control. And that
that's a cool idea.
What it is, it's against Suzuki, and at the end there was a big match between. It was a 4-on-4 match, and Liger had his team had been taken out, and Suzuki was the last one up in the ring at the time. And he spit in his face, sprayed something in his face, of course, and then did the same thing to the ref, which is a total break in the character. He's a face. He's a good guy. And then took his mask off and literally peeled off the basically his shirt to reveal Kenshin. And it's go watch the clip. It's crazy. He's done it before, but every time it's for a specific reason. I think the last time was for a match against the Great Muta, and this time it's against Suzuki. And Suzuki called for this character to come out. He wants this fight. So and the best part, both guys are like 50. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that both guys are at an age where most people are going, shouldn't you be thinking about slowing down? And, you got like 10 more years in your career left to go in an office or in a factory, but you're a pro wrestler. You should have retired already.
Yeah, he's retiring at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
So. But yes, I'll have to go watch that clip. Anyways, that's all we have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and comment down on our news today that we've talked about. What do you predict for the AEW's show next week? What the rating will be? Mm-hmm. They have to be a 1.1.
Yeah.
To beat NXT's debut.
I mean, honestly, all they would have to do is hit a 1.2.
The fact that if they could get hit at 1.0 at all would piss off Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah, of course. I honestly don't see it hitting a 1.2, a 1.0, nothing like that. I actually seeing it being a higher rating.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first show is going to be a higher rating. What it'll settle down into, only time will tell. Mm-hmm. But
usually you get that somewhere with any TV show. You hit that somewhere around the 3 or 4 episode mark, the third or fourth week, because either you've you've polished yourself to a point that you're like, okay, we're not super shiny anymore, or
Yeah.
you burn out so quickly that everyone's just like, yeah, I'm good. That wasn't a good episode. I'm out.
Yeah. So, right around that time where people are actually going to be settling, it'll be settling down. They'll be crowning their first ever tag team champion.
Exactly.
So,
For a TV wise, they figured out how to keep the idea going, at least right now for advertisement, storylines and stuff, for a month. There's a
Yep.
program going on for a month. It's not a one specific feud going on for a month. There's a
no, it's a
program.
tournament. Yep. So, that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, let us know down in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about Clash of Champions. Before you do that, you've been listening to us over an hour, and
Yeah.
as I always say, you know how hard it is to listen to Adam, but you love listening to me. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, if you think that's bad, I saw Adam on my phone, and boy, does not help him look good.
Okay.
Smaller Adam just condenses the hideousness even closer and making it worse. Oh!
That's-
One of these Adams, you're gonna be like, I'm done,
I'm-
and just punch me in the face. Somehow your fist will go through your tablet, come out my computer screen, and just deck me in the face. Anyway, since you're heading down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Ding. I don't even know if
Ring
I
the
want to
bell.
be here for this anymore.
Ring the bell
Ding, ding.
and get bent.
Yeah. You get bent.
Like the
Get out of
dent
here, Tim.
in my
I'm
championship
done with
belt
the show.
that Adam hasn't given me.
I'm
That's
not
right.
doing this with you anymore.
No. Oh, yeah, sure. We'll see.